Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma, and today I am going to discuss all that's been happening this week. Okay, I've repositioned my neon sign because when I was cropping the video, it was like up here, just out of frame. I want it in frame, you know. So there's a lot to digest from this week. One being the download second wave announcement, which I've posted my video of my reaction of that, but I am going to also delve a little bit deeper into it. So there was also a sleep token announcement on a new website of theirs, and there's a whole conspiracy and people have been going down the rabbit hole. I mean, I'm not personally one to follow that rabbit hole because I'm not a massive fan. I do like their songs, since listening to them, but I'm not an avid fan. So yeah, I'm happy to just watch people's theories and see what they find, but yeah, I'm not going on that hunt. Although if I'm in the area, that hall that has that monument in somewhere up north, yeah, I'll put the map here just to show where in the country it is. It is in the UK because obviously Sleep Token are from the UK as well. And yeah, basically there's an encryption. There's basically a code on the front of this monument, which there's legends behind it related to the Holy Grail. I'm not going to talk much about this, but if you're interested in finding out more, just search on YouTube and there's loads of videos out there already, so you won't be disappointed. But a couple of videos I could recommend you watching, I'll just post here. Yeah, I've watched a couple. It has been quite fascinating to look into what people have researched and how deep it actually goes. It's proper Da Vinci Code thing. So we've also been given the download stage splits and day splits. And yeah, I haven't delved too deep into what potential clashes I might have. But first, I would like to talk about the stage splits. So I've got some notes. So I noticed Apocalyptica is on the lowest stage, which is the Dogtooth stage. I mean, granted, they are headlining it, but I think they deserve to be a little bit higher than the Dogtooth stage. And they last played Download in 2015, and they were on the second stage, which at the time was called the Zippo Encore stage. And I also noticed that Smash Into Pieces have been demoted. So they were last at Download in 2023, and they were on the second stage. But this year, they have been demoted to the Avalanche tent. I was also going through my prediction list, and 5 of the, I'm going to say 21 bands, not 22, because President wasn't technically a band before that lineup announcement. So yeah, let's just say 21 bands. And I got 5 bands right out of those 21 bands. So those bands were Kids in Glass Houses, Unpeople, Shinedown, Smash Into Pieces, and I'll say Miles Kennedy because one of my predictions was Alter Bridge, and yeah, a bit like Jerry Cantrell and Alice in Chains. I had predicted Alice in Chains, but it turned out that Jerry Cantrell was actually on the lineup instead. R.I.P. Liquid Death. So yeah, Liquid Death announced that they were withdrawing sales from the UK and I think European market. Yeah, so 11 days ago, there's a headline on MSN and it said, Liquid Death's UK exit. Why the edgy water brand failed to quench British thirst. I mean, I think the price was a bit too much, but I picked up this from Home Bargains and it was on offer for 3 for £1. I mean, they were selling these at Download for, was it £3? or, you know, the plain water at least was £3. I know that. Obviously in ROP they were giving them out for free. So I'll now get on to the elephant in the room, which is President. So they were one of the bands out of the 22 that were announced in the second wave lineup announcement for download. And that same day of the announcement, they then created their social media accounts. They have no music out there. They're a bit of a mystery. And with any mystery, people will investigate. And there have been rumours flying around as to who President could be. Some rumours being Sleep Token, Charlie Simpson from Busted and Fight Star. And I think Marilyn Manson's been thrown out there as well. But the only link to Marilyn Manson is that cross symbol. But I believe Marilyn Manson has that inverted. So it's like an upside down Lorraine cross. So the cross symbol that President uses is the Lorraine cross. And it's also called the patriarchal cross. Yeah, so Marilyn Manson has that Lorraine cross inverted. So you're probably thinking, why a Sleep Token linked to President? Well, that same day of the announcement, Sleep Token had a new website. What was that called? Sleep Token website. I'm doing research on the go, guys. Something about dancing, like Dance Forever. Website, Dance Forever. So Sleep Token's new website was called, and I'll have to read it, Show Me How to Dance Forever. And for a band that blew up on TikTok, they also created their first TikTok account on that same day as the announcement. So this website, I haven't been on it, but I've watched videos going through the conspiracy and the puzzle, and basically it takes you to a monument that is somewhere in the UK, and it's got a code, and yeah, there's links to the Holy Grail. It's shrouded in mystery, just like the band itself. And obviously President is shrouded in mystery, so it sort of links to Sleep Token in that sense, as well as the wording that they use. So President, I'm going to go on the Downloads website. So if you go on the lineup on the Download website, each band has a blurb. They're on Dog's Usage, aren't they? What day? Sunday, isn't it? No? Yes. So if you click on President on the Download website, it doesn't give you a blurb about the band. I'll read what it says. It says, "Citizens, the time has come. No names, no past, no distractions, only the mission ahead. At Download Festival, the inauguration begins. Not with words, but with action. Not with empty promises, but with undeniable force. There will be no campaign, no debate, no opposition, only one truth. President has arrived. The oath will be taken, the people will decide, history will be made." So that in itself is quite cryptic. It doesn't give anything away, in my opinion. So now I come on to Charlie Simpson. So why is he linked to President? Why is he rumoured to be involved? Now, I don't know how it come about, but someone did their digging and research and found that the trademark to the word President, and I believe there were like 2 different categories behind this trademark. I'll look into it again and see what these numbers mean. It's on the UK Gov website, so the filing date for this trademark of President was on the 23rd of January this year. So the owner's name of this trademark President is Komorbi Entertainment Limited. And if you go under Company's House and see who is like associated people with that company, you get Charlie Simpson and his wife Anna Simpson. So what are there are numbers behind this trademark. Yeah, so they're under classes and terms, and the class numbers are 35 and 41. And if you expand those, Class 35 is a trademark for product merchandising, online retail store services relating to clothing. And Class 41 is music performances, music recording, music publishing, live music performances. So, yeah, it is strongly linking Charlie to president. And there were some people in the forums saying that the hair looked very similar to Charlie's, albeit the one in the president clip, the hair was a bit grey, although you can achieve that with dye, but the hairstyle is very similar to Charlie's right now. And I looked closely, and although the figure in that video that President released was masked, you could just about see like the eye, well, not the eye, but you could see like there's like a, not everyone's lower lid has a like one of these bulges, and Charlie has that bulge, and so does this person under this mask. And there was also an image of this figure in President, which it was just a silhouette. But if you look at photos of Charlie standing like, you know, on a red carpet, his stance is very similar. So I don't know, could this be like a Busted or Fight Star supergroup with McFly? I don't know, like McFly's going to be there. I mean, hold on, what day? I think they're on different days, aren't they? Yeah, so McFly's on the Friday, President is on the Sunday. I mean, McFly could hang around for a few days, couldn't they? And then you've got Sleep Token on the Saturday. So could they all be involved in like a supergroup thing? Because another thing linking Sleep Token and Charlie Simpson is their management company. Now, I tried to do some research into like what their management company's name is, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But there's rumours going out there that they have the same management company, so I'm just going to go with that. Another reason why Sleep Token was linked with President is because pretty much the entire entourage of Sleep Token was following President on the social media accounts. So I had a spreadsheet last year of all the band times, stages, days, everything. So I'm going to use that as a template to populate this year's stage splits, day splits, and use that as a rough guide to see if there's any potential clashes for me. So I've gone through and listened to all 91 bands of the first wave announcement and given my opinion on them, who I want to see, who I might want to see, and who I definitely don't want to see. So I'm going to populate that into that spreadsheet and see what clashes I have. Wish me luck. Okay, so I have now populated that spreadsheet and I'm going to go through it day by day, stage by stage. Yeah, I'll give you the rundown. So first thing, Green Day and Apocalyptica are clashing. I mean, obviously these timings are not set in stone. These are just populated with the same layout as the times from last year. Although the times last year changed during the festival, so that could happen with this. So Within Temptation does not clash with anyone. Vola does not clash with anyone. And then I've got a string of 3 bands, which is like, it's like a yes, but not a definite yes. So you've got Jimmy Eat World, Miles Kennedy, and Trophy Eyes. So yeah, like nearer the time, I'm gonna have to go through them and like be ruthless and like give them like a rating. So the bands that clash, the one that I like the most, I'll give a rating of 1, 2, 3, you know, that sort of thing. So if I was looking at that, I can't remember what Trophy Eyes sounds like, so I'm going to have to revisit that. But Jimmy Eat World will be number 1 for me. So if that's the case, Jimmy Eat World then doesn't clash with anyone. And then Star Set, they don't clash with anyone. Then you've got Boston Manor, North Lane, Unpeople and Gore, all sort of like clashing. Yeah, again, all 4 of those are new bands to me. So although out of those 4, Gore are down for a definite yes. So yeah, if I'm going to be ruthless and whittle it down, it would be Gore on the Dogtooth stage that I see. And then further down, Dead Pony doesn't clash with anyone, and The Haunt doesn't clash with anyone. So Friday's quite a good day for like not many clashes, or you know, not detrimental clashes, you know. Although Green Day and Apocalyptica is going to be a bit of a tough one, because I haven't seen Apocalyptica in years, but then I've never seen Green Day. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to just see Green Day for that. Yeah, no, to be fair, it's a no-brainer. Well, I mean, so the way the timings are laid out, comparing from last year, Green Day would start at 9:10, whereas Apocalyptica won't start till 9:45. So I could catch like the first bit of Green Day and sort of like stand towards the back and then make my way over to the Dogtooth stage and catch a little bit of Apocalyptica's set. So Apocalyptica would finish at 10:30 and Green Day finishes at 10 to 11. So I could do it like that, but then I could miss some big songs of Green Day's. No, I'm just going to see Green Day. Yeah, I'll just see Green Day. Right, let's move on to Saturday. Okay, Sleep Token are headlining. So they would clash with, I mean, looking at this, they would only clash with Cradle of Filth. And Cradle of Filth I've got down as a yes. I'd like to see them. But again, with the headliner, I'd like to see the whole set. So yeah, I'll be seeing Sleep Token on that one. Then, okay, so Dayseeker doesn't really clash with anyone apart from a bit of Shinedown's set. So how many minutes of that? 15 minutes of Shinedown's set Dayseeker would be on for. So I'd catch the first bit of Shinedown's set and then move on to Dayseeker and the Avalanche tent. That would work. But then Mallory Knox, I've got them down as a solid yes. And again, they clash, quite a lot of their set clashes with Shinedown. I don't think I've ever seen Shinedown. And I have been a fan of theirs for quite a while now. Going on over 10 years, I reckon. Because I remember when I went to a gym in Norwich and we did what they call body pump classes. And one of the routines was to a Shinedown song. And I always used to love that one. And I was definitely a fan back then, which was, I believe it was like 2012 or, yeah. Anyway, going off on a sidetrack. Then we have Don Broco. Now, he doesn't really clash with anyone. And then further down, Smash Into Pieces and The Funeral Portrait would clash a little bit. So there's a little bit of an override there. So out of those two, I'd like to see Smash Into Pieces because, yeah, big fan of theirs since I first saw them in 2023. And again, The Funeral Portrait is a new band to me. And although they're down as a solid yes, I think it'd have to be Smash Into Pieces. Right, moving down, I have Polaris and Palais Royale as just a yes, and they sort of clash together. Yeah, what I'd probably do with that one is start with Palais Royale on the main stage, then partway through their set, I'll then go on to the second stage for Polaris. And then partway through their set, I will then move on to the Avalanche tent to Smash into Pieces. And then, so Avalanche to Dogtooth is probably it's the furthest walk between stages. So it would either have to be after Smash into Pieces, I'd head over to Dogtooth to see the funeral portrait, or just head over to main stage to see Don Broco. Yeah, I'll have to fine tune this list nearer the time. Obviously, these times are not accurate. They're just based on last year's. So, yeah. Going further down the list, Holy Wars doesn't clash with anyone. Poppy, she clashes a little bit with Currents, but then Currents will start before her. So what I'd probably do is halfway through Current's set, I'll move on to the main stage to see Poppy. And then Venus Girls, they don't clash with anyone. I mean, when I say don't clash with anyone, I mean anyone that I want to see. As if Bex and Lestell's on the same day. Yeah. Then further down, we have a full clash. We have Loathe, Sophie Lloyd, Bex and Lestelle all clashing. There's a massive overlap with all of them. I mean, to be fair, out of those four, the only one I've got down as a hard yes is Lestelle. So, yeah. Although I'm really curious to see Sophie Lloyd and Bex. Like, yeah. To be fair, I can change Bex to. I'm gonna demote Bex. Sorry, because out of the four, she's the least likely that I'd like to see. And then Loathe. They're a new band to me, and they're just down as a yes, not like a solid yes. So yeah, my spreadsheet I do in like a traffic light colours. So dark green is a solid yes, light green is yes, red is a no, and orange is maybe. And then the ones in yellow I'm yet to go through because they're the 22 bands that has recently been added. And yeah, I haven't gone through rating them in my traffic light system yet. And then right at the bottom we have RTO, and they are on from 11 o'clock. So they're likely one of the first bands. Although Static Dress I've got down as maybe. I'll have to do some fine tuning on that further down the line. Right, now we get on to Sunday. So headliners clashing is Korn and Kids in Glass Houses. I think I have seen Korn before. That was literally years ago. Let's have a look at the lineup posters. I think it was 2011? No. Well, possibly. Did I go in 2011? I'm just going to check. Definitely went to Sonosphere in 2011. Yeah, because I did a double festival year that year. So looking at the 2011 poster, Korn was second from headliner on the second stage that year. Pretty sure I remember when, like, recently, well, when I say recently, probably a year or so ago, I was looking back through my download festival photos from, like, 2010, 2011. I'm pretty sure I went 2011 because I definitely went 2010 and 2014. Or was it 2013? No, 2013 I went to. Hold on. Let's look at that download. Let's look at that lineup poster. 2013. Yeah, okay. It was probably 2013 that I saw Korn. They were on the Friday on the main stage and they were third from headliner. I did see Kids in Glass Houses last year. So, yeah, and then Korn, obviously they're headliners and I haven't seen them in 12 years. So, yeah, I think I'm going to see Korn on this occasion. And then we go down, and Bullet for My Valentine doesn't clash with anyone because I don't want to see Steel Panther I don't want to see Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, and I don't want to see Fit for an Autopsy. Right, further down. So Spirit Box clashes with Novelists and Unprocessed. Again, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to be seeing Spirit Box on this occasion. And then we go down. So President clashes with House of Protection. So President I want to go see purely for this like mystery thing. You know, like they say like be part of history. But that stage is going to be crammed because there's going to be loads of people like me that is like, you know, they want to know what this mystery is about and like be part of it, you know. Yeah, so I think I'll see President for this. And then Ginger and Vows clash. And then, yeah, so Ginger, Survive Said the Prophet, and Vows all clash. And they're all down as equal yeses. So I think for that one I might just stay on the Dogtooth stage and watch Vows and Survive Said the Prophet in concession. And again, it depends on the day what the weather's like, because if it's pissing down with rain, I would much prefer to be in a tent and be under cover than be out in the open. Yeah, there's so many factors. Yeah, right. Then we go further down. There's a big clash here. So on the second stage, Avalanche stage and Dogtooth stage, we have The Ghost Inside, Amira Elfaki and Vower. So again, I'm going to have to go through and fine tune. I'm going to have to rate them in preference. I mean, there is a little bit of an overlap where Amira Elfaki doesn't clash with the other two. So yeah. And then going down, Arrows in Action clashes with Nothing More, but then Arrows in Action is a solid yes. Yeah, I'll have to give those a listen again to, you know, fine tune my ratings. And then around the midday mark, we have Bleed From Within, 7 Hours After Violet, Harpy and Archers. Now they all clash, but Archers is a solid yes. So what I probably do on that day is go see Archers, and then when they've finished, I'm going to go to the main stage and see the rest of Bleed From Within's set. Okay. So looking at this, Sunday is my biggest day of clashes, and Friday is probably the day where I have the least amount of clashes. Saturday I have a couple of clashes, but nowhere as near as many as the Sunday. Alright, my download search has finished. So, okay, download 2013. I'm going to open that in a new tab. I've got the photos now. So this, So 2013 was the year that I went on public transport. So I somehow made my way to the train station, and then I got the train station to Lily, put your sail down. And then I got the train to, I believe it was East Midlands Parkway. So many years ago. Yeah, and then we got a coach from there to the drop-off point at Download Festival. Right, let's look through the photos. I believe there's one with Korn. Who's that? Is that 30 Seconds to Mars? Were they headlining that year? I think I remember this. Yeah. Oh, no. So 30 Seconds to Mars was playing on the Sunday. They weren't headlining though. So I've got a picture of, so you know the backdrop that bands have of their name? I've got a zoomed in picture of Korn, basically. Is anyone in that shot? Lily, you're in the way. That's a terrible photo. Oh, I think I have... Okay. So yeah, I'll insert the photo on the screen just so you can see what I've got. You have got Jonathan Davis on the screen sort of like almost cut off. And you know, he's using his infamous mic stand, and yeah, he can you can't even see him on the stage because someone's head's in the way. Oh, terrible. That was also the year that I queued up for the Kerrang signing tent. I didn't get in, but I was queuing up for him because they were doing signings. Sad. Bullet for My Valentine were on that year as well. Who else did I see? Right, I'm going to go through my photos from the beginning. So I saw him. Click through. I took a lot of photos of him. I wondered why I've got photos of a Spitfire. Iron Maiden headlined that year as well. And they did... Was it a Spitfire? They did some sort of flyover with planes. That is terrible quality video. Oh my god. It rained that year. Not really bad, but it still rained. I had a waterproof coat on with me though. They had the zip wire that year. Rise to Remain. Rise, is that what? Yeah, Rise to Remain we saw that year. Hold on, Rise to Remain, is that the band Bruce Dickinson's son? Rise to Remain. Oh, they disbanded in 2015. Yeah, okay. So vocalist Austin Dickinson is son of Iron Maiden's Bruce Dickinson. Got some really terrible photos. Very bad quality. What's that? It's another... Didn't I just stay on the main stage that year? It's just all of the main stage. Is that Papa Roach? What? Aha! Yeah, I've seen Papa Roach. Wow. Can't remember. What was I doing? UFO. I also saw them. I think they were like the first band of that morning. Mastodon. I got quite close for Mastodon because the photo quality's not too bad. Was that the main stage? Hold on, let's look at the poster. Mastodon, where were they? Yeah, they were main stage on the Saturday. Alice in Chains. They just don't have a backdrop. Just recognise the fro. Huh? Don't just love it when security guards get involved. As in, like, you know, rocking out to the music. Cancer Bats. As if they played that year. They were on the Sunday on the main stage. Weren't Cancer Bats... Didn't they play the RIP stage like a couple of years ago? Like 2022? Google. Yeah. Yeah, so Cancer Bats played on the RIP stage in 2022. But then they were also on the main stage in 2013. So, quite a big demotion. Stone Sour. It was quite far back for that one, behind the sound tower. There's Corey Taylor. It's quite a good photo actually. It's not of him, it's of the screen, but I was far back. That was the year I discovered Stone Sour. Yeah, just I think at the time I was standing on the main stage because I had some time before him was on at the Pepsi Max stage. So yeah, like I remember at the time, like I was standing there listening to one of their songs and I was just thinking like, oh, I really don't want to leave here now. Like, but you know, I want to go over to see him. I think that's the first and only time I've seen Stone Sour. And then Airborne was on that same year. Zippo. Ah, so the second stage was called the Zippo Encore stage. Was that the year? No. No, you can't climb that stage. But at Sonosphere, the lead singer from Airborne climbed the frame at the side of the stage. Madness. Got a photo of the tower where the zip lines were going across. But people throwed bottles and all sorts, didn't they? And then you got 30 Seconds to Mars. Rammstein. Why did I even bother taking photos in the dark? Oh, that's all the photos. No, did I go to download in 2011? No, I got folders for 2010 and 2014 and 2013 and obviously 23 and 24. There was a massive gap, so yeah, it was like 9 years where I didn't go for some reason. Let's look at the photos from 2010. I think that's the year I met Domin. It was. Anyway, I'm going to stop that recording. If you've liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, why not click subscribe and follow my channel? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.